What's up, everybody? This is your boy DC The Truth. Basically, in this video, I'm just going to be talking about haters, pretty much. Why they exist, the impact of them, and again, I want to apologize in advance for the no video. This is just a busy work week this week. For one, I don't have my tripod. I'm on the go a lot. This week it's just been kind of busy, and I know y'all don't really want to hear that, but I'm just letting you know what's going on. And then two, prior to me recreating this YouTube channel, I used to actually make my videos like these. People didn't know my face for a long time, and then I used to use my picture and just make audio over on Windows Movie Maker like that a long time ago. But anyway, the image y'all see in the thumbnail, I don't know. I really don't know a whole lot about this man, and basically his hater. Just based off, of course, I have to peer into content a little bit, but this video is not even about him or his haters, just by haters in general. But I had to peer over there to see what was going on in his situation. A man like him, you can't really hate on, because he have a different, to be politically correct, he has a different following for than most of YouTubers on here. He's just on a whole different platform and wavelength, and someone like him gets a lot of support. So I don't understand why people would mess with him. Primarily women, I would assume. So that's usually the bulk of their beef, because men are not gonna waste time just criticizing the guy like that. We just aren't. It's just it would be a female thing to go after somebody like this. It reminds me of years ago when I had a small spat with a guy from the same segment of YouTube as this individual here. But it was just one video, then two video, and YouTube was a small place then. So we just had a simple disagreement, 1-2 videos, and it was over with. We came to a understanding, and then throughout that, of course, I got people like, they hit you with the you those you gay comments and all that, just because you come to an understanding. So sorry about that. If I remember to cut that, I will. But if I don't, y'all please forgive me. But yeah, like basically, people in his stratosphere, I don't know. It's just something with men or whatever. It's like despite people's sexuality or whatever, it's things called just agreement and disagreements. And you move on from there. All that other extra stuff, emotional stuff, that's just female behavior at the end of the day. So, which brings me to the theme of this video. Haters. Now, it's just a known fact. People just inflate the idea that, when people get successful, they get haters. That's people's cop out. And it's just based off from what I've seen. It's true for the most part. It's like, despite, let's say you use your average Joe, you go from making $14,000 a year or something, right, around your peers, and those same people you're around, then all of a sudden, let's just say hypothetically, you stay in the southeast somewhere, where you bump up to like $50K a year. You're gonna be doing pretty well as a single person, just at that cost of living. But people around you, they're either gonna go up with you or they're gonna move away from you, and that in terms cause hate within itself. So just using that example right there, so I can use a bigger YouTuber for example. I don't have to say any names, Once they blew up, blossom or whatever, brought a couple of their family members and friends on, the family members that they really didn't fool with, once they got a certain success, now all of a sudden that create a hateful environment. Now it's like they hating on the success. They hating the fact that this person didn't give handouts to them. And I see it all the time. Success does brew hate in a sense. Now, let's just use my example. Just me as a content creator. I'm small. Even as a small creator, I got hate. That's not to say, hey, a lot of my hate is not welcome. I know what comes with mine. If I go back, just look at my channel as a whole, things where it shouldn't be any hate about it or whatever, and then I'm addressing certain things. A lot of my let's just say a lot of my best performing videos had to do with some type of drama. If it was, a lot of time it's indirectly, I'm talking about something, a lot of people don't agree with it. It's that. To me, when I look at that, my hate is gonna be expected. Because, for example, when I was in school or whatever, let's say, I was small all my life, but I was always, a strong, small individual. I don't know, it's just genetics, I guess. I didn't, I never really had bullies. I don't know, I remember some kid trying to bully me in kindergarten. I just had one little pep talk from a little buddy or whatever, and that didn't last long at all. It was like 3 days later, I hear him the dude up and like, God damn, I didn't realize how strong I was. And then from that day on, I just realized I didn't like bullies. If I see anybody getting bullied around me, I was gonna stand up for them. But even with that being said, just me coming in to defend somebody that's being bullied, with that, it's gonna bring hate. Like, for example, I stopped somebody in the hall, basically, somebody, for example, like two guys was ganging up on somebody. Okay, hey, I stopped, jacked one dude up, slapped the other one or whatever. Guess what? That brings hate for the next day. They boys hear about it, and it's like, hey, I don't know, it's like a chain reaction. For example, a video I made on here about a certain YouTuber I felt that was being bullied. It just in me to like, not defend per se, but I don't like bullies, so when I see somebody, I'm like, okay, do that to somebody your own size. Of course, people will say, oh, I'm coming on here clout chasing or whatever, but I'm like, nah, even if I was in their spectrum, stratosphere, it's probably a good thing I wasn't, because, it would have got ugly, because then I feel like, okay, I would have had, let's say, followers like them, and the fact that I call this YouTuber out, oh, I'm about that action. It's like, hey, because I don't tolerate bullying. So me, I would expect someone like me that stands up for what I think is right. I'm gonna have haters, even on a small scale. So there's somebody that's really doing positive work and doing well for themselves. Hate it's unexpected. Just being on YouTube alone, you're just gonna get trolls, haters. It's how people choose to deal with them. That's the difference. For me, maybe if I became a bigger personality, I could realize, like, look, it's not worth going at these folks' head a lot of times. Just leave it alone. But as of for right now, I have to make my stance or whatever. I clap back at them. I give them what they want. Small right now. All right, y'all, man. This is your boy DC the Truth, man, and I'm gonna sign this out for real.